George Allen O'Dowd, born the 14th of June 1961, known professionally as Boy George, is a British musician, songwriter, and DJ who rose to fame as the lead singer of the pop band Culture Club. He is also a solo artist and was the lead singer of the band Jesus Loves You. Boy George's music spans several genres, including pop, new wave, soul, soft rock, disco, and reggae. Boy George grew up in Eltham and was part of the New Romantic movement, which emerged in the late 1970s to early 1980s. His androgynous look and style of fashion was greatly inspired by glam rock pioneers David Bowie and Mark Bolan. He formed Culture Club with Roy Hay, Mikey Craig, and John Moss in 1981. The band's second album, Color by Numbers 1983, sold more than 10 million copies worldwide. Their hit singles include Do You Really Want to Hurt Me?, Time Clock of the Heart, I'll Tumble for Ya, Church of the Poison Mind, Karma Chameleon, Victims, Miss Me Blind, It's a Miracle, The War Song, Move Away, and I Just Wanna Be Loved. Boy George was the lead singer of Jesus Loves You between 1989 and 1992, which produced the hits Bow Down Mister and Generations of Love. He began his career as a DJ in the mid-1990s after commencing a career as a solo artist in 1987. Boy George has released 11 solo studio albums, 5 compilation albums, and 48 singles. He has also released 7 DJ albums, 3 EPs, and a soundtrack album. His solo hit songs include Everything I Own, Love Is Leaving, and The Crying Game, from the soundtrack for the film The Crying Game. George has continued to perform with Culture Club, who have reformed twice since initially parting ways in 1986. Outside of music, Boy George's other creative activities involve mixed media art, writing books, designing clothes, and photography. He has also made several appearances in television, which include a 4th season episode of The A-Team, the 22nd UK series of I'm a Celebrity... Get Me Out of Here, in November 2022, eventually finishing in 8th place. Boy George has received several awards as a solo artist and as a member of Culture Club. In 2001, he was voted 46th in a BBC poll of the 100 Greatest Britons. In 2015, Boy George received an Ivor Novello Award from the British Academy of Songwriters, Composers, and Authors for outstanding services to British music. Boy George was born George Allen O'Dowd at Barnhurst Hospital, Kent, England, on the 14th of June 1961 and raised in Eltham. He is the second of 5 children born to builder Jerry O'Dowd and Dinah O'Dowd. He was raised in a working-class Irish Catholic family. His father was born in England of Irish descent and his mother was from Dublin. He has one older brother, two younger brothers, and a younger sister. He also has an older half-brother who was born out of wedlock in Dublin in 1957 when his mother was 18. She moved to London with him to start a new life and escape the stigma of being an unmarried mother. Boy George has compared his family history to a sad Irish song. His maternal grandmother was permanently taken from her family at age 6 after being found outside the family home alone and placed into an industrial school. His great-uncle Thomas Bryan was executed at Mountjoy Prison in 1921 during the Irish War of Independence. According to Boy George's mother, who published a memoir in 2007, Jerry O'Dowd was physically and mentally abusive and beat her, including when she was pregnant with Boy George. Boy George said of his father, "He was a terrible father and a terrible husband." In 1995, Boy George's youngest brother Gerald, who has schizophrenia, was convicted of killing his wife in an episode of paranoia. Boy George attended Middle Park Infant School and later attended Eltham Green Secondary School. He has said that he found every possible excuse to avoid going to school and that he was good at art, not bad at English, and appalling at maths. He added, "I left school with absolutely no qualifications. I missed every exam. Once I'd learned to read and write, I wasn't interested in school anymore." Boy George has said that he was dismissed from school at age 15 after he dyed his hair orange. He has worked as a fruit picker, a printer, a makeup artist, and a model. Personal life. Boy George appeared on an episode of BBC television genealogy series, Who Do You Think You Are? In 2018, on which it was revealed that he was related to executed Irish revolutionary Thomas Bryan, a member of the Forgotten Ten. Drug abuse and legal troubles. By the late 1980s, Boy George had been struggling with heroin addiction for several years. He attempted to perform concerts while under its influence. Addictions to other drugs soon followed. Determined to save Boy George's life, his younger brother David made an appearance on UK national television and discussed Boy George's drug habit, which Boy George had been publicly denying at that time. In 1986, Boy George was arrested for heroin possession as part of Operation Culture. In 1986, keyboardist Michael Rudetsky, who co-wrote the song Sexuality on Culture Club's From Luxury to Heartache album, was found dead of a heroin overdose in Boy George's London home. Boy George's friend Mark Vulture died after an overdose of methadone and Valium at a party. In December 1986, another friend, Mark Golding, died of an overdose, with Scotland Yard police stating there was no suggestion of foul play. During this period, Boy George decided to seek treatment for his addiction. In 1997, George was sued for malicious falsehood by singer Kirk Brandon. In his 1995 autobiography, Take It Like a Man, George stated that he had had a homosexual relationship with Brandon years earlier. Brandon denied that he had had sex with George and stated that stories about their alleged relationship had damaged his career as a musician. He also objected to the lyrics of a Boy George song, Unfinished Business, which apparently were aimed at him. I hear you married a Danish girl. You break your promise easily. Brandon demanded damages from George's publishers, Sidgwick and Jackson, and also from Virgin Records and Virgin Music Publishing. In April 1997, the court ruled in favor of George, adding that he did not believe Brandon when Brandon denied having had a physical relationship with George. The judge ordered Brandon to pay £200,000 to Virgin Records, Virgin Music, and the book publisher in court costs. Following the lawsuit, Brandon declared bankruptcy, which resulted in George paying over £20,000 in legal fees instead. On the 7th of October 2005, Boy George was arrested in Manhattan on suspicion of cocaine possession and falsely reporting a burglary. Boy George denied that the drugs were his. In court on the 1st of February 2006, the cocaine possession charge was dropped and Boy George pleaded guilty to falsely reporting a burglary. He was sentenced to 5 days of community service, fined 1,000 United States dollars, and ordered to attend a drug rehabilitation program. On the 17th of June 2006, a Manhattan judge issued a warrant for the arrest of Boy George after he failed to appear in court for a hearing on why Boy George wanted to change his sentence for the false burglary report. Boy George's attorney informed the court that he had advised Boy George not to appear at that hearing. On the 14th of August 2006, Boy George reported to the New York City Department of Sanitation for his court-ordered community service. As a result of the intense media coverage, he was allowed to finish his community service inside the sanitation department grounds and out of public view. On the 5th of December 2008, Boy George was convicted in Snaresbrook Crown Court, London, of the April 2007 assault and false imprisonment of Auden Carlson, a Norwegian model and male escort who initially stood for a photography session with Boy George. Carlson alleged that he had been handcuffed to a wall fixture and beaten with a metal chain during their next meeting. Boy George maintained that only the handcuffing was true and that he never beat Carlson. Defense counsel presented the effects of his long-term drug use as a mitigating factor. On the 16th of January 2009, Boy George was sentenced to 15 months imprisonment for these offenses. He was initially incarcerated at HM Prison Pentonville in London, but was then transferred to HM Prison High Point North in Suffolk. He was given early release after 4 months on the 11th of May 2009. He was required to wear an ankle monitor and submit to a curfew for the remainder of his sentence. In March 2023, a settlement was reached by the 4 original members of Culture Club, who agreed that George, Hay, and Craig would pay Moss £1.75 million. After he had filed a lawsuit against his former bandmates for lost income due to having allegedly been expelled from the group in 2018. The settlement required that Moss relinquish any and all rights to the Culture Club name and its use. Moss later filed bankruptcy proceedings against George and Craig, which were dismissed in June 2023. Sexuality. In the 1980s, much was made of Boy George's androgynous appearance, and there was speculation about his sexuality. When asked by Joan Rivers in an interview on her show in 1983, "Do you prefer men or women?" Boy George replied, "Oh, both." In 1985, Barbara Walters asked him about his sexual orientation, to which Boy George stated that he was bisexual and had various girlfriends and boyfriends in the past. He gave a famous, oft-quoted response to interviewer Russell Hardy that he preferred a nice cup of tea to sex. In his 1995 autobiography, Take It Like a Man, Boy George stated that he was, in fact, not bisexual and that he had had secret relationships with punk rock singer Kirk Brandon and Culture Club drummer John Moss. He asserted that many of the songs he wrote for Culture Club were about his relationship with Moss. In the 2008 documentary Living with Boy George, he talked about his first realization he was gay, when he first told his parents, and why men fall in love with one another as well as with women. As 2 of the biggest androgynous stars in music, Boy George and Annie Lennox appeared on the cover of Smash Hits magazine in December 1983, followed by the cover of Newsweek magazine in January 1984. Welcome to the spectacular world of 1000 Vlogs.